Good morning. This is Elaine. We have a rainy day. I should be mowing the lawn, but since it's raining, I can't. Doesn't make me sad. So I want to share Thursday's project with you, and I'll post it Thursday morning. I am doing a weekly everyday moment design space Cricut image. They're made by close to my heart, and it can be a card, it can be a small album, a big album, 12 by 12 album, it can be anything. This week we're doing a little teeny card, and I turned it into an 8.5 by 11 layout and also a 12 by 12 layout. It is such a simple cut, very easy to make, and I like the sentiment that you have a heart of gold. Meanwhile, on Thursdays at 11 o'clock, I open a Zoom chat, or whatever you want to call it, Zoom meeting, and I sit at this desk and I craft, and other crafters join me, and we talk about what we're working on, and it's a time where we can just share what's happening in our lives, but also we can have questions answered about Cricut or close to my heart. Here is one of my favorite pictures. It showed up on Facebook this week, probably because it was Father's Day. And this little boy here, his name is Noah, is the young gentleman that made us grandparents almost 13 years ago. So I took the small card and I made it into a 12 by 12 album page. And it was really, really kind of easy. All you do is take a square 12 by 12 and put the card inside and blow it up. What I did was I didn't like how it distorted the scallops, so I made a simple page and added the contoured letters in afterwards, so the scallops kept the balance. And I really ended up liking it. I didn't have any gold foil paper or gold sparkle paper. My stash is getting lower since I'm trying to use it up during this social separation time. And so I ended up using vinyl. And I learned a hard lesson about vinyl. Fortunately, I started with an 8.5 by 11 page, and I put the bottom piece on first, and it sort of got stuck, it wasn't square, so I pulled it off. And when I did, it tore some of the paper off. Not used to working with vinyl and cardstock. When I re-adhered it, it was bumpy, so I didn't use it. But that's just a hint if you're going to use vinyl. What I did for these ones is I added it to a piece of cardstock first. The other thing you'll notice is it is a 12 by 12 layout, but there's an 1/8 of an inch border. The reason for that is I used a 12 by 24 mat so I could get a 12 by 12 piece out of a 12 by 12 paper. It was a little hard to line up, so some came out 11 and 7/8, and this green one came out 11 and 3/4. Well, if that was the smallest one, I made all of them 11 and 3/4, and then I added them to another page of white cardstock. So be careful when you're resizing, since Cricut only cuts up to 11.5 inches. Now, my 11.5 inch page, 8.5 by 11 rather, was easy to make also. And at this point, I don't have any pictures on it. This is going into my grandchildren album. And when you put these pages together, it's best to start with the bottom piece and the top piece. And I only adhere the top. I actually used a double-sided tape with a cover, so it was easy to just put a strip on the back. Then, after I have the top piece on and the bottom piece, I just slid this one under and lined it up as best I could. When I made the second page, I then made sure they match sidewise. Again, bottom piece first, top piece, and then put your 3 center pieces in. Now this one, you'll notice, is the same exact lineup as the card. I just kept the letters the same, and I blew it up. Same picture as the 12 by 12, and I took the leftover vinyl and I made a mat out of it. I think the sparkly gold would have probably been better for the sentiment, but as I said, I ran out of that. So when I started this class, I thought I would do 10 or 12 weeks. Let me move this out of the way here. And I went to Cricut this week to see what was left. And lo and behold, we have done 9. I'm working on number 10 of our lessons. There are 16 projects. And I'm hoping you're not getting bored of everyday moments, because each week I've really enjoyed making these pages. So we have 6 or 7 left. The last one is just a card. Again, today was just a card and we turned it into something else. I'm not sure where I'm going, but I think I'll still have 5 or 6 more weeks of this class if you're not totally bored. Give you a warning for next week, but something you might want to cut ahead is we're doing a beautiful quilt pattern. And on the quilt pattern, you'll see a mistake here. I used a brand new mat. This is the pattern I'll be making. It says love, love, love. Instead of live, laugh, love, it's love, love, love. And I really, really liked it. But when I put it on a new mat, it got stuck and tore. So this has to be discarded. I'll use it for something, you know me, I like to use my scraps. But if you want to, for next week, to prepare ahead and do the love, love, love page, be very careful when you're cutting out your background. Do not use a new mat. Learn the lesson the hard way. So keep joining us as we work together on this album, and join us at 11 o'clock on Thursday for a chat, cup of tea, and progress on your reports. I hope you feel really blessed this week. I know Debbie, one of the people that comes to our class, had a hardship, very severe hardship this week, and let's just keep lifting each other up in prayer and being supportive. Have a great day. Bye-bye.